Yo, fellas, we are back at it again, straight up blading it, and this time it's gonna be pretty special because, yes, we got our first few TT bays for the first time. I've been wanting this set since 2023, back in the humble old year of 9th grade. Anyway, actually, never mind. Here are all the bays and the launcher itself, all out in all of its glory. Now let's get these bays unboxed and have their stickers put on. Alright, so I got all 3 bays assembled. Well, all the stickers put on and assembled. But, you guys wanna know how long this took? This took 3 hours to put all the stickers on every individual blade. Well, every bay. I'm pretty sure the most tedious out of all of them was Savior. Don't know why, but it was just Savior. Anyway, without further ado, let's get these. Anyway, without further ado, let's just go over these pieces. So for the first bay, we got Perseus. Perseus, from what I heard from YouTube, is a pretty good core. Well, yeah, the core itself is pretty good. The Savior blade is only good when it's awoken. And if you want to know how to awaken the bay, you gotta, like, knock off these pieces right here. These rubbery little pieces right here. And basically, you'll awaken the bay by doing so. Yeah. And thing about the core. Hold on, let me just take the core off real quick. The core itself has metal on it. So, yeah, see why it's pretty good. No, yeah, another little fun fact about Perseus. Perseus is a pretty rare Beyblade. Well, the core itself is rare, but the ring it originally had, which was Devil, if I'm right, was also rare, but I forgot. Anyway, if you want to see how the bay looks like in high mode. So this is how the bay looks like in high mode. Well, the ring at least. Anyway, time for the disc. So this is Giga, GG, like GG Underfill, am I right? Don't really know how good it is, but but according to our review I've seen, it's pretty good, so yeah. Now for the driver. Bearing Dash. Bearing Dash is more like a traditional driver. Not according to our review. It's like has more of like an average spring that a normal driver would have. Because if I'm right, the original bearing was like really bad. But stamina on the other hand, really freaking good. Really freaking good. So yeah. Anyway, time to see how the bay looks like when fully assembled. So this is the bay when fully assembled in low mode. Pretty silly. Well, it looks pretty silly in my opinion, but oh well. And this is the bay when assembled in high mode. Looks less goofy than it did before, but you gotta consider that a large gap right there, not gonna lie. Anyway, time to move on to the next bay. Prominence Phoenix. Now, Prominence Phoenix's layer, it's pretty bulky. Well, the armor is on, of course. But let's just go and look at the part, shall we? So for the layer, we got Prominence. Well, we got Prominence Phoenix, obviously. For the armor, we got 10. Well, yeah, when I was putting the stickers on, the stickers decided to fall off. And I was trying to assemble the bed together. That kind of irritated me, because I lost the stickers in my bed now. But, oh well, who cares? It is what it is. But yeah. Prominence, the ring, has an armor, which is the bulky part. You could either put it in light mode, or actually, you know what? I'm not even going to change it to heavy mode, but heavy mode is the part where the blue tabs are. It makes the armor harder to knock off, so yeah. Anyway, if you want to see how the bay looks like in high mode, so yeah, here's the bay in high mode. Makes it look a little thicker, at least. Anyway, let's just move on to the disc. Tapered. Tapered is a disc that originally came from Vanished Fafnir. And if you guys have been watching my shorts, you should know that Vanished Fafnir is owned by one of my friends. So, yeah. Something I just noticed is that not this part, but the upper part of the disc kind of looks like Sting. Well, it kind of reminds me of the Hypersphere version of Sting, but oh well. Anyway, for the driver, Metal Universe. The metal version of well, not metal, not the driver itself, but actually, yeah, the driver itself. Due to the driver being a metal driver, it's gonna mess up your base teeth, so wouldn't really recommend using a metal driver much, unless if you don't have any other choice and you like stock base. So, well, it is what it is. Anyway. Now for the bay to be fully assembled. Here's Prominence in high mode. Looks pretty tall, I guess. Yep. And now, and here's the bay in normal mode. And if I'm being honest, I think I'm gonna keep this bay in normal mode, because it's pretty tedious for me to, like, switch to base modes and stuff. So, mainly because of the armor, but let's just move on to the font bay. Now for the moment you've all been waiting for, Dangerous Belial itself. Dangerous is one of my favorite bays, honestly. That's a cool gimmick. Yeah. Pretty sure the ring is mid, but I don't really care much because I honestly just love this bay. Because if you couldn't tell, this bay is an overdrive. Well, if you didn't know, this is an overdrive bay, where if you do a hard launch, let me get a motor race here, for example. It's basically like a Cho-Z/Turbo Bay, where you launch hard and the burst stoppers come out. But instead of the burst stoppers being in the layer itself, the burst stoppers is in the core. Now I'm pretty sure it's like difficult to put the stopper back in for an overdrive bay, but if you wanna like put the stopper back in, you either use your driver, a disc from another bay, or your fingers. But do not use anything mechanical because you might end up breaking the bay if you use something mechanical to put the stopper back in. Well, you might just break the stopper itself, right? But oh well. Anyway, time to see how the bay looks like in high mode. Now here's how the layer looks in high mode. From right, the armor is called 2, by the way. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. The name of the armor on Perseus is called 3. And it also originally came from Vanished Fafnir, but yeah. But anyways, here's the bay in high mode. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention about the layer. These red parts are hard rubber, which is made for hard-hitting hits apparently, but pretty sure how hard-hitting hits don't really exist in Beyblade. But, well, rubber attack doesn't really exist in Beyblade, or it failed or something, but oh well, it is what it is. Now time to move on to the driver. Now for the driver. All Might. Is that a My Hero Academia reference? No, it is not a My Hero Academia reference. But yeah, the name of the driver is called All Might. Hold up, my belly all stickers just fell off. Okay, so back to the driver. The driver's called All Might. You can put 4 different armors on these, which is the S gear and the D gear. For the disc part of the driver, which is this. And for the driver itself, you could put the V gear and the VS gear. I might end up buying me them one day, but oh well, who knows. But yeah. But anyways, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you want to take the armors off, you have to do something with this thing. Forgot what you had to do, but from right, you had to like nose this thing right here from right. You had to like pull it. Then the armors like just plop off, yeah. But yeah. Our driver's supposed to do something, but I forgot what it was supposed to do. But I know when you launch it from right, it goes down, then goes aggressive. So I kinda like compared to Reboot, but except it's not really Reboot. It looks like a bulky version of Reboot in my eyes, but yeah. Anyway, to look at how the bay looks like when fully assembled. So here's how the bay looks like in high mode. Pretty big, honestly. There's like a pretty large gap too. Now here's how the bay looks like when you put the disc part of the driver of All Might in high mode. Kind of feels like it fills in the gap, but oh well. But it doesn't really feel like it fills in the gap. You're also supposed to put the V. Hold up. You're also supposed to put the F gear and the L gear on top in order to make the layer perfect. And you're supposed to put the S gear and the V gear on the bottom in order to make the driver perfect, in order to get perfect belly all. I might end up buying me the bays required to complete Dangerous one day, but who knows. But anyway, yeah. Now time to see how the bay looks like in low mode. Now here's how the bay looks like in low mode, and holy fuck, that honestly took a bit to put on. But for some reason the 2 armor decided to not fucking come off for some reason, but it is what it is. Anyway, time for the battles. But first, I'm gonna just show off the launcher real quick. So here's the launcher. It's a dual spin launcher. And if you want to know how to disassemble the launcher, hold up. You know what? changed my mind. Since this is my first DB launcher, and since 3 bays I have are like my first 3 DB bays, I'm not really gonna mess with the launcher, honestly. But it's pretty tedious. It's a little tedious for me to take the little gear thing off, but basically take this off, flip it around, and then yeah, you put in left spin mode by doing that basically. Oh yeah, this launcher grip I got from a buddy of mine in school. Thanks to him, I could put this on something so launching can feel more comfy. Oh yeah, the string on this thing is pretty dang big. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, this launcher's pretty fucking powerful actually. I'm not gonna say pretty freaking powerful because that's dumb. And because the little gear comes with a bearing, it makes this launcher heavier and can give you like a more powerful launch, which in my opinion is pretty damn worth it. Anywho, let's go on with the battles now. So for the 4 bays, I'm gonna test Perseus against. I chose Josie Valkyriak, Josie Achilles, Harmony/Heaven Pegasus, and Union Achilles. So for the first opponent of this massacre, I'm gonna just choose Josie. Now let's get this battle started. Okay, so I was doing some test launches, and I declared I'm pretty damn bad with string launchers, so I'm just gonna be using my regular ripcord launcher. So 3, 2, 1. I'm watching short break again. And they both bursted. Pro Series Bay burst in my TT Bay. Damn, all I gotta say. Now for another match. 3, 2, 1. Three, two, one. And now launch it. Hold up, I'm gonna redo that. And I accidentally just launched on them. Oh well. No teeth. But still though, 1 point the Perseus nonetheless. And I think I'm gonna just go up to 2 points for time's sake. 3, 2, 1. Guys, look, I'm free de La Hoya. Don't fucking do that again, please. 3, 2, 1. I'm very aware that I launched Perseus late, but oh well, who the hell cares, man? Actually, who the hell really cares, man? Anyway, now time for the next bit. I'm gonna put Perseus up against. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna just go up to 3 points anyway. 3, 2, 1. Achilles just got table flipped by fucking Perseus. And would you look at that? Only 1 click. But nonetheless, though, Perseus won that with a survivor finish. So, yeah. Now on to the next match. So next match will be Josie Valkyriak versus Xavier Perseus. Now, without further ado, 3, 2, 1. think Perseus might end up being cooked at this point. 3, 2, 1. Holy hell. So both bases blown up, so time for a third match then. 3, 1. Perseus burst yet again, getting humiliated by Pro Series chose eBay. And only one click that time. So on to the next match. So first next match, Pegasus versus Perseus. Now, without further ado, let's see who's gonna win. 3, 2, 1. And the bait just fell off the launcher. 3, 1. Hold up. Scraping now. And Perseus wins that first match with a survivor finish. 1. I burst. Someone might. This is pretty damn. Not Perseus, but Pegasus is pretty damn resilient. Would you look at that? Half HP. Now for Perseus, inches away from bursting. Inches away from bursting. Now for his next match. Does Pegasus lose or does Pegasus burst? Right? Only one click. Well, Perseus basically bursted the Pegasus, but so 2 points to Pegasus, I guess. And Savior wins with no clicks. While Pegasus, no clicks either. So yeah, Perseus finally won 2 matches at least. So now on to the final match for Perseus. It will now be the Union of Achilles against Savior Perseus. Now without further ado, let's get this party started. Holy hell. And Savior gets that first point. Would you look at that? 1 click from Union. 1 click away from bursting for Perseus. Pretty damn insane. I'm assuming it was because of that big hit, honestly. I blame that big hit, honestly. So. Yeah, someone's gonna burst. I'm calling it. Yeah, I'm gonna just give that first point to Perseus, honestly. I seen Perseus burst first, so let's just move on to. Wait, no, we can't move on to the next match. Perseus already won. She got 3 points, so now it's Prominent's turn. So, and these are 4 bays I picked out. By the way, a friend of mine gave me his bay before break ended, so thanks to him. And who was the buddy in question? The buddy of mine with Vanish Fafnir. So he's a goat. And not the Vanish Fafnir from the previous Sincere's Beyblade tournament, because that tournament was abysmal dog shit, honestly. Thanks to that Fafnir. But anyways, yeah. Since I don't really have any good bays to put him up against, I'm just putting him up against these fellas. So, without further ado, let's just get this party started, man. So for the first bay, choose Curse the Tomb. So, go shoot. Yeah, it is just going to be a massacre at this point. And a slide mouse slide. It's that universe right there. That universe drift right there. Yeah, because universe is also a free spin driver. Funny thing, another thing about why I put Phoenix up against the Tomb first is because, well, yes, universe too, so, yeah. Well, the better version of universe. So, yeah. Now let's get this second match started. Student burst or what? Nah, student's not gonna burst, gang. And no slides either. Beautiful universe drift. Wait, what? No, I thought two matches actually made a good bit of Phoenix's teeth budge. On to this next match. So Phoenix just assassinated, bro. So yeah, Phoenix wins that first battle. Now for a second match, Lucius the Endbringer versus Prominent Stuff Phoenix. Now let's see who gets assassinated first. It should be pretty obvious. And would you look at that? Both idiots decided to end themselves. Don't off yourself, gang. Bro thinks he's an attack type. Anyway, Phoenix assassinated Lucifer in that first match, so now let's just move on to that second match. Oh my god, man. This freaking thing keeps falling off. It's for my burst here, guys. Up, and Lucifer doesn't burst. And didn't even slide at least once. Phoenix on the other end. Didn't even burst either. Didn't even break a sweat. Now for his next match. And Phoenix wins that final match, so let's just move on to the next bay, I guess. So for our next bay, I decided to use Turbo Spryzen because Turbo Spryzen has less stamina than Fornia, so yeah. But Turbo Spryzen might actually live longer, so let's just see who wins. 3 hits. Some fairly decent hits. And Phoenix wins that first match. No clicks. Spryzen had all his burst stoppers put back in. Now let's move on to his next match. And Phoenix gets that second match, even though it's 2 hits, but I'm still going to count it anyway. Ooh! Finally, the armor fell off for the first time. Crap. And finally, the farmer fell off for the first time. This Spryzen win or what? Never mind. Spryzen loses. But hey, first way to knock off Phoenix's armor. Now let's move on to this next match. Now for our next bay, Emperor Fornius. You might end up getting massacred by Phoenix. Without further ado, 3, 2, 1. One is more graceful while the other is more violent. Fornius might end up bursting, just saying. And I was instantly right. Might end up bursting again. The best or not the best, that is the question. And unfortunately, Phoenix wins that last match. Well, unfortunately for Fornius, Phoenix wins that last match with half amount of HP remaining. Now for the final bay. So for Dangerous, the 4 bays you'll be facing up against will be Choji Valkyriak, the blue one, Choji Valkyriak, the red one, Union, and Prime. Without further ado, let's get this party started, fellas. So for his first match, Choji Valkyriak versus Dangerous Belial. Without further ado, let's get this party started. And Belial has won that first match. But the stopper hasn't came out though. It is what it is in the end. And Valkyriak, just 1 click. 2 actually. Now to the second match. Belial gets that second point. was a tie. And Belial had only clicked once. Valtryek was an inch away from bursting, but the burst stopper stopped in time, so it is what it is. Let's just move on. And Valtryek managed to burst Belial. What, is Valtryek trying to make a comeback now, or what? And the winner is Dangerous Belial with the survivor finish. I think I only clicked once. Yeah, only one click. Valtryek, no clicks. Well, one click, but oh well, it is what it is. Now on to the next match. First next match. Union versus Dangerous. Not without further ado, let's see who's gonna win this fucking battle. And Dangerous decided to give Union a taste of his energy and managed to make him spin out of control. Losing no... Well, maybe losing one click in the process, but it is what it is. Now on to this next match. And Belial decided to give Union his energy again. You are not finna do the spin revival thing, gang. This damn troll keeps giving motherfuckers his damn energy. It's very odd if Union doesn't burst. And Union might end up winning. And I was right. Bro should have burst him when we had the chance. And Union had won that second match, unfortunately. So, Belial, unfortunately, got his first L. So, let's just move on to the next bit then. So, for this next match, Prime Apocalypse versus Dangerous Belial. It's going to be pretty intense, probably. So, without further ado, let's get this party fucking started. And Belial wins that first match with a ring out finish. Would you look at that, guys? Managed to finally activate the overdrive system. Don't that beat all. Now let's just move on to this next match. Oh. Bro tried to bring him out, but instead he got his revenge. Holy. So yeah, Belial gets that second point, but the overdrive system did not activate this time. And who loses? I'll call that a tie, honestly. Belial wins against Apocalypse with the goddamn ring out finish. By the way, for his last two matches, for the last match, Apocalypse managed to get 2 clicks off of Belial, and 2 matches ago, Apocalypse managed to get 1 click off of Belial. So yeah, pretty intense indeed. Now for the final match, Chozy Valkyrie versus Dangerous Belial. My golden boy versus my TT golden boy. Because I got he's dangerous. Now without further ado, let's get this final fucking party started in 3, 2, 1. Life after death or no? No life after death. So therefore, that gives 1 point to Chozy Valkyrie. No energy trade. Who burst? To burst or not to burst? That's the question. And Chozy Valkyrie has lost to Belial due to a spin finish. Now on to his next match. Holy fuck. And the winner is no one, because that was a tie. And Belial does not try to get out the pocket for revenge. But due to that not being con video, I'm just giving Belial a redemption match. Want to know the worst thing about it? The overdrive system kicked in. Want to know something funnier? Both the red stopper and the upper red stopper was out. So, it is what it is in the end. Let's move on. And Dachek just ended himself. Now. Belial wins that second match due to a survivor finish. Well, third match, but oh well, it is what it is. Now 3, 2, 1. 3 hits. The burst or not the burst? That is the question. So yeah, Dangerous won that. Dangerous won that match. Pretty intense. Yeah, here's all 3 bays. Now for the final part of the video. Each and every bay battling each other. So without further ado, let's get this party started. For the first match, I'll be doing Belial versus Phoenix and Perseus first. So let's get started. To be honest, the cut time, I'm going to just do it to 2 points. Because this video is at like 43 minutes. So yeah. 3, 2, 1. And I'm pretty sure Phoenix just got a dent from Belial. That's just nice. 1 point to Phoenix. The armor fell off. Second time the armor fell off in the video. So, whose ass do you think is going to get kicked first? I think Billy L might end up having his ass kicked, honestly. Speak of the devil, I was right. Phoenix wins that match, so let's just move on. Now, Perseus versus Phoenix. Not that further ado. At least Perseus doesn't go out into the fucking outer ring and get himself killed. Unlike the 2 days over here. And Perseus knocks off the gear. The armor. And Perseus gets that first point because I accidentally put my finger in the way. Phoenix decides to kill himself for no reason, so you know what that means. Savior gets that second point. Savior, like the guy from Shimmer, right? No, I'm just fucking with you. On to the next match, which will be Savior versus Dangerous. What up? Dangerous gets those 2 points, so you already know who won. Nah, I'm just messing with you. I'm not gonna give Dangerous that win. And Belly all decided off himself again. That's nice. Oh my fucking god. Dangerous manages to get that burst finish off of Savior. And what's better about that burst? He had the overdrive system kicked in. And thanks to that overdrive system, he won. So what's my last thoughts about all these bays out of 10? And the launcher too? 10 out of 10, honestly. Get cool bays. Get Dangerous, a bit the burst stopper, Phoenix, a male driver, and well, Phoenix is cool. Savior, which is a rare Beyblade, and you get Bearing, and Giga 2, if I'm right, which is a good disc. I don't know. And you get a long ripcord launcher, though this is basically my first ripcord launcher, but I'm pretty sure this is like one of the. This has like the second longest ripcord of every other launcher in DB and BU, but oh well. And just another thing I would like to say, YouTube decided to fuck me over. Yesterday, fucking 6:18 a.m. in the fucking morning, I got hit with that fucking AI verification thing. And if I don't verify in 2 goddamn weeks, I'm most likely finna end up losing my fucking channel. Two weeks ago, I got sick on the week of my break, which I was going to do another Sincere's Beyblade tournament on that previous week, but I didn't, because I was fucking miserable. Because you want to know something? On Saturday, the day the break started, took a walk. I got sick and I had a sore fucking throat. Thankfully, that shit went away in like 1 or 2 days. But after those 2 fucking days, that shit evolved into laryngitis. And I started sounding like one of my teachers from fucking middle school. I was so pissed. I didn't really feel like doing much. Though I still recorded, but I was fucking miserable. Then, well, yeah. Week later, back in school, feeling better now, thankfully. But 6 days after my fucking birthday, was it 5, whatever, but I don't really fucking care. YouTube decides to give me their cruel ass idea of a birthday present of making me fucking verify my damn age. My 17th birthday just passed. Now I gotta fucking hand over my information so YouTube can start fucking monitoring me like a goddamn kid. Like we're fucking 7. To the nigga at fucking YouTube HQ or whatever who decided to fucking make this rule, go fuck yourself. We don't want this. We don't want to sacrifice our fucking information. We just want to watch fucking YouTube. There was no need to implement that shit. There is no need to have fucking clankers running around fucking up people's experience so it could send our fucking personal information and our shit to wherever you go. Well, to wherever. And yeah. The worst thing about it, when the big data leak happens, I'm just gonna fucking blame YouTube for it. Because there was no need to do that shit. There was no need to fuck everyone's experience over. According to what I heard, Google Plus got shut down because of a fucking data leak. Now I definitely can't fucking wait for a day when YouTube it's its turn to get fucking data leaked. Whose fault do you think that's gonna be? YouTube's fault. All YouTube's fault. Because they used AI. They trust AI. No, I'm just fucking pissed at this point. But, see you guys later, I guess. Stay packed with bacteria, guys. And, have a good day. No, another thing I would like to say. This fucking video took me 6 hours to make. So I was charging my phone mid-video. Had to put the stickers on each and every fucking bay, which took 3 goddamn hours. Mainly because I had the 8 in the middle. Yeah. And I honestly blame Perseus for it. This probably could have been way shorter, probably. But oh well, it is what it fucking is. Now, adios, I guess. Stay packed with bacteria and don't forget to subscribe and whatever. Bye.